Welcome to FNaF News. I'm your host, the TNT Muffin. Today we're going to be talking about Funko, Youtooz, the FNaF movie, FNaF AR, and more. Starting off with the Youtooz news, Youtooz has just revealed art for a Vanessa figure. The figure I think looks pretty good. It fits the character Vanessa in the movie and looks pretty accurate. The interesting thing here though is you would think that from this is going to be a figure in the FNaF movie wave. But no, they have actually said that there isn't gonna be a Vanessa figure in this wave, but if it does well, they'll make a second wave with this figure in it. But that seems like a bit of a weird thing to do, because what happened is they said that, and then, like, the next day, they revealed this artwork. So maybe they changed that, and this will be coming soon, or maybe they're just getting a head start and getting stuff ready for the second wave. I'm not exactly sure. And along with that, they've also revealed the MatPat figure. I think this figure looks pretty cool. You've got MatPat with his iconic outfit. He's got this whiteboard behind him with a FNaF timeline, a bunch of random little lore things, and Psychic Friend Fredbear sitting at the top. I think it's a very good figure for him. It's got some cool things. I like when they have big props in their figures. I think it looks really cool. I do think it would have been nice if we got a little more stuff not FNaF related in the figure, because he does a lot more than just Five Nights at Freddy's content, so it would have been nice to see some of that. But for the FNaF fans out there, like us, this is really cool. And along with this figure, they're also going to be having two sets of FNaF MatPat pins. This first one being an actual, like, pin set box with a FNaF timeline, the Fredbear plush, MatPat saying lore, his iconic little face, and also him riding DJ Music Man. I really like that pin of him on Music Man, how he's like sitting there holding the headphones as a lap bar. And then there's going to be these three other pins, I believe, sold separately, which are one of them with DJ Music Man's head inside of the Theory logo, one of MatPat inside of Glamrock Freddy, which actually has a chest cavity that opens and closes, and then a third one, which is the Theory logo. Both of those Theory logo ones also actually spin, so that's a nice thing there. And Youtooz has also revealed a bunch of plushies. First of all, they're doing this poll right now, where we can vote on what we want the next plushie slipper things to be. It's either gonna be Freddy, Glamrock Freddy, or Roxanne Wolf. Currently, I believe Roxanne is winning, so it seems like that's what we're going to be getting. And they've also revealed a drawing of a Sparky plush. I think that's awesome. I didn't know we were going to be getting plushies for the FNaF movie wave, but apparently we are, or at least one of them, which is going to be Sparky. It looks pretty good, looks like a character from the movie, and this is insane to be seeing. It's crazy that a hoax that was created, like, what, 2014, 2015, is now getting actual merchandise, like, 9 years later. I'm curious to see what other plushies they're going to be making, and also if this character is going to be getting a figure, maybe. A Sparky figure would be awesome. Or, you know, like that Ella suit that we saw in the movie, that would be really cool to have a figure of as well. We also got this teaser for an Into the Pit plushie. As you can see, it's the back of Spring Bonnie inside of a ball pit, so I don't know when this is going to be releasing. Maybe when the Into the Pit game releases, not too sure, but there is going to be that. I assume this has to do with the release of the game. It could be them just randomly doing a Fazbear Frights wave coincidentally when that game got leaked, or, you know, it could be because of that. Not exactly sure. I guess we'll see when the game releases if this guy also releases at that time. And speaking of Youtooz plushies, they've just recently released a whole wave of plushies where there is Springtrap, Dude, and then a bunch of shoulder riders. The most interesting shoulder rider here to me is the little wet floor sign one, because we don't have a wet floor sign plush, so I think that's pretty sweet to be getting. Bit of an interesting wave of plushies. It's all kind of random. Nothing really makes sense together, but there's some good stuff there. I really like the Dude plush. And speaking of plushies, Funko has just revealed a plush of Toy Bonnie. Now this is pretty interesting because Funko hasn't made any FNaF plushies like this, a weird, like, skinny 16-inch tall FNaF plushie. It's of Toy Bonnie, who is a pretty popular character, although weirdly they decided to make it based off of the Snaps figure. As you can see here with a side-by-side, they have very similar designs. It's clearly inspired by that figure. I think that was a weird choice because the Snaps figure doesn't really look that good. It doesn't look that much like Toy Bonnie, so this plush also looks pretty strange, but I guess it's kinda cool. Now we actually have some news, surprisingly, on FNaF AR. It has been ages since we've heard anything from Illumix, and just out of nowhere they came out with a statement saying this. Hello all, this post is one we make with both full and heavy hearts after much consideration. Our team knows that it has been quite some time since we've posted, and we wanted to take this opportunity to say thank you, bring you all up to speed on FNaF AR as it draws to a close, and to also say goodbye for the time being. Details to note, we'll be keeping the game online for the next 6 weeks for folks to enjoy, but we will be sunsetting FNaF AR. After tomorrow, February 2nd, 2024, which has already passed, FNaF AR Special Delivery will no longer be available to download on the Apple or Google Play app stores. We have massively increased rewards to all you to experience everything you can in the final weeks before the servers shut down. We've also reduced prices, converted the Dark Circus DLC to a Faz-Coin purchase, and given access to every lore we've ever released so you can invite all your favorites over to play till the very end. On March 14th, 2024, the game servers will be shut down and FNaF AR will be officially offline. So yeah, a pretty sad post there announcing the end of FNaF AR. It's pretty sad and also very disappointing. A lot of people have spent a lot of money on this game and have put a lot of time into getting all of the characters and everything like that, and pretty soon all of that's gonna be gone. Not fun. I guess some good news here though is that currently everything in the game is basically free. Everything is only Faz-Coins to purchase. You don't have to spend any real money, and they also give you a bunch of free Faz-Coins just for entering the game. So there is a lot of stuff you can get now for free. Play the Dark Circus DLC, which was originally $20. It is now free. I also want to mention here, in this post, they said, and also to say goodbye for the time being. So they say, for the time being. I don't know if that means they're gonna come back eventually and do something new or what. I think that's a little bit of an interesting thing to say, but yeah, FNaF AR, it's gonna end very soon. Now onto the FNaF movie news. This account on Twitter made a post, which I can't read, I don't know Japanese, but basically the FNaF movie is releasing in Japan on February 9th. I don't know if any of you watching live in Japan and weren't able to see the movie yet, but if you do, you can see it soon. And along with that, we got an announcement saying that they're going to be making physical versions of the FNaF soundtrack. I really like the soundtrack in the FNaF movie. There were a lot of songs that stood out to me while watching, and I definitely want to get a physical version of it. That sounds really cool. It appears there's going to be a vinyl record, a cassette tape, and a CD. I don't have a cassette player or a record player, but maybe I'll still get them? I don't know, those things are pretty cool. And then the last bit of news here is about the game myPOPGOES. Now this is a game that Kane Carter made. It's about like basically taking care of a little POPGOES guy. Your POPGOES, myPOPGOES. At the time it was technically just a fan game, but it has just recently been announced that it has joined the fanverse. So a premium version of this game will be releasing on Steam mid-2024 this year, so that's pretty exciting. This happened in the past with POPGOES Arcade, which I really enjoyed, so I'm looking forward to playing this as well. But that is all the news we have today, so if you want to subscribe, you can click the button on top of my head. If you want to watch my last news video, you can click that button over there. And if you want to see some other video I made, you can click that button over there. Now see you when we get some more news on Five Nights at Freddy's.